Howdy folks, Lugnut here. Dad's over there, and we are starting another little model build. It's kind of a lazy Saturday for us a bit, and don't have a ton of energy or motivation to go do much, but both of us are sitting here going, we got models to build. That'll help us feel a little accomplished, like we did something today, but we don't have to go outside and do a ton. So what are we working on today, Dad? Or what am I working on, I should say? What am I?
I'm working on my 69 Daytona Charger. I'm proving my lack of skill in paint and body work. I totally messed up the paint job on that car. I had it looking fairly good and I wanted to make it look a little better. Tried wet sanding and sanded through it, so I'm in the process of stripping and getting all the old paint off and having all that much fun there. So that's what I'm doing. Al's working on, Lugnut. I didn't really say that. His name's actually Alan, but we actually call him Al or Alan all the time. Lugnut was when he was about 3.
And I stuck with it. I like it.
Stuck with it for videos and online stuff that seems to have stuck. So, but anyway, he's working on a Go Speed Racer Go. He's working on the Mach 5.
Yeah. I'm wearing the wrong shirt. I have a shirt that has the M like on the hood of the car. I've got that on a t-shirt. Wearing my Dirty Mo Racing shirt. It's Dale Jr. stuff if you don't know, but I feel like I should have changed into my Speed Racer shirt for this, but there's still time. Who knows?
Anyway, that's kind of what we're doing. We got
a bit of work to start with, and I'll show you guys what we're working on with it. So we're working on this one. It's the Polar Lights Snap Kit. I found this one at Walmart, I believe it was. I know it's on Amazon. In fact, I almost bought it on Amazon, but found it at Walmart while I was walking around one time and just decided to snag it there. The problem I'm having with it right now is the body, as you can see, is warped on the passenger side here. The whole back end just kind of swoops up. This side, the driver's side, is perfectly fine. It's level. That's the baseline I'm going with, and you can see it's quite pronounced. So we're trying to figure out straightening it is the first part of this journey. We tried the hair, like a hair dryer, and just blowing on it with a hair dryer with the medium heat for a while and then high heat for a while and then kind of pushing and bending, and it just straightened back out. So now we're boiling water and gonna attempt that method, so we'll see. I've got the rest of it torn apart here on the table so far. The only thing I've done is I got the steering wheel, the outline in red, and now I have to track down silver to do the centerpiece. I just used a Sharpie for that, and honestly, it worked quite well. I mean, red Sharpie works really well for the plastic kits. I'm gonna do a little bit more touching up on it because I got some fine points I need to hit in there as well. But we've got the seat belts here, the seats, the headrest on the back that goes on the bubble back here. That all has to be red, and then interior pan, all the dash, all of the interior stuff has to go red, and I'm gonna rattle can that red. And then very simplistic, here's the sticker sheet. They give you 2 extra little Speed Racer logo stickers, which I'm pretty happy with. I like that. We have to figure out where those are gonna go, but they're gonna go somewhere pretty cool. And for reference material, I've been kind of looking at YouTube on clips from the show, and I do actually have the complete manga that the show was based on. So I grabbed the books down and looked at that, and it's quite inconsistent because it wasn't completely done in color. Most of it is in black and white for the manga because it was all hand drawn. But what was in color, at one point the steering wheel was black. At one point the interior was kind of tan because they were from a distance, like a top-down helicopter shot. And then the rest of it was red like we see in the show. So I'm just kind of going off of everything is red, steering wheel center is silver, and that's about it. So it's not going to be a super detailed kit, but this isn't really meant to be. It's a snap together kit. I'm just doing this as a quick build kind of thing. I'm not taking a ton of time on it. So gonna go ahead and get some of the interior pieces either pulled off of the tree or whatever I gotta do, and we're gonna get some red paint on it. Well, the boiling water method appeared to have worked. He said the front is still a little off, which it didn't seem very off before, but it is a little bit. But for the most part, look at that. That is straight. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it was way off. Not even close, but it's good and straight out. Now, I know, and just for reference for anybody who doesn't know this, with Polar Lights, you can go on their website, and as long as you still have your receipt where you bought the model, you can buy, or you can exchange parts that are broken or warped or messed up like that. I just don't happen to know where my receipt is for this one, and I wanted to have it as a bit of an experiment to see if we could fix it and straighten it, just for future reference. But if you do get this kit, and for whatever reason it is warped, keep your receipt and get a hold of Polar Lights, and they will exchange it for you. And from what I've heard from other folks who have done it, it's not really all that difficult to do. It's a fairly well thought out and done process. So anyway, he's the boiling water method has worked. He's kind of going on the front a little bit now, and we'll see from there. All right, red paint has been laid. We've got the seat belts here. This is the headrest that goes on a bit of the bubble, and then the main seats there. You can see there is a hole cut out. The seat belts have a little stick in the back there, so they'll meld into place. This is the floor pan, and that whole interior parts tree, dashboard, door panels, all that kind of stuff. The pedals as well here. And Dad got some flat black primer laid on the Challenger, or Charger body rather. Challenger. I don't know why I got a Challenger on my mind because my uncle's here who has a Challenger. So anyway, he's got some black primer laid on there because we're thinking the gray is what screwed it up
The gray
last time.
primer
So.
was a problem.
So.
Part of the problem.
Anyway, now that this is done, that's all the painting I have to do on the Mach 5. The body's molded in white, and though normally I would paint a gloss white over top of plastic as opposed to using a molded plastic white, it's a cartoon car. In all honesty, I think it'll look good with the plastic kind of look, because if it was a real one, it would be built out of a completely fiberglass body. It wouldn't really look like metal, and so the goal is not really to make it look like metal, it's just to make it look like a Mach 5, and I think the plastic white will be just fine. So
It will suffice.
exactly. Onward and upward. Let's go get some building done. Painting's done. Parts are gathered. Speed Racer the movie is on the iPad, just so I have some noise while I'm doing this. And we're on to assembly. So I'll probably go ahead and cut in a little time lapse so you guys can see it, because this is all snapped together from this point. There's no gluing involved with this. So yeah, it should go together pretty smoothly, I hope. It's Polar Lights kit, they're usually pretty good, so we'll see from here. Well, it's much later in the evening now. Finally got wrapped up on it a while ago, and then we all got caught up watching the Gator game. But here it is, finished, done, final. It didn't go together the greatest, I will say. Though I've heard a lot of good things about Polar Lights, it is still a snap-together kit, so it's it was a bit challenging to try and get it. I think a lot of the problems stemmed from the fact that the body was warped. And though we tried to straighten it, it's kind of reverting back to some of its warpedness. Now, I've got the bubble top on it. You have the option between that or the regular windshield. But I went ahead and did the full bubble top, which is kind of like submarine mode. You can see the seat belts. This is supposed to snap in, but it never has fully. So you can see the seat belts. I did a little bit of silver touch-up on those. Steering wheel's in red with a silver center. The mirror did break off. I'm gonna have to glue that back onto place. I still have it, I kept it. I'm just gonna glue it into place. This is supposed to flip up and the homing robot is inside, but it really doesn't very well. And the stickers, the tips are kind of coming up a little bit on the end of the M there, and it was starting to come up toward the top, but I condensed it down. The 5s laid really well, as did the back little red marker lights. Overall, on the shelf, it looks really good, especially like from a distance here with the rest of them. It looks really good. I kind of got a bit of a Speed Racer theme going on with this top here between the complete manga set here. This is a die cast of kind of a one-off, and my fantasy Jeff Gordon Foundation Speed Racer themed car that I have proudly displayed and among everything else. So it's a nice addition to the collection. I am thinking I may get another one of these in the hopes that it isn't warped. And if it is, I'm going to keep the proof of purchase and get a body swap from Greenlight, and build another one and try and paint it white and see if it looks any better. In all honesty, though, this one looks pretty good. I do like the headlight detail that they have. The glass looks good for that. Didn't even need to glue that one down at all. It's that one snapped into place really well. Overall, I like the look of the kit. It was a bit of a bear to build, but I do dig it, and it's a very fun addition to the collection. So that being said, that's going to wrap up the video for today. From me, thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Be sure to drop a subscribe to Dad's channel. He'd love to have you. We'll keep some modeling content coming up here. I know he's got a little bit more on the way. We also do car show videos. There should be one coming up very close to the release of this video for the Moonshine Acres Reliability Run car show that they had. It was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed going to that one. Y'all are not going to want to miss that video. And we'll see you guys very soon. This is Lugnut, over and out.